Okay, so this is an interesting topic, and it dawned on me that we could create a course, I could create a course about communications and give you some tricks and tips. And there are books, I'm sure, that focus on tactics. Now, tactics could be helpful, but I feel that when it comes to effective communication, it's not just portraying a better image, projecting a better image. It's also about fundamentally internalizing some core values or core principles. So it's not like, okay, I'm a person who is not proactive, but I'm going to project the image as if I am proactive. Okay. Now, any type of communication where you are projecting something that is not really you, it may work in the short term. It may work for people who don't really know you. And at work, it could work, right? Because some of your colleagues or supervisors, they may not have that personal relationship with you to really know who you are. So you can fake it. And some people may rise through the organization by faking things. And they portray themselves to be honorable, person of integrity by writing or presenting information in certain way or communicating things certain way, and they fake it and they make it through. And that also depends on the company. Some companies, maybe that's how you're supposed to rise through the top. But I don't believe that's effective in the long term. And life is too short to be a fake. I think when it comes to effective communication, it's not just learning how to use the right words, how to use the right channels to communicate that words to different groups of people effectively. It's also internalizing certain core principles that make you effective, make you professional, and really embodying and being that person. So that's why in this course, we're not just going to cover tricks or tips on how to do something. Tactical things, they're important. I'm not saying those are not important. You got to be tactical. But you also got to be a person with certain core values and then merely have communications be a way to reflect who you are, right? And if you follow this method, you can be true to yourself and you have unique strengths that you have. So then you're learning how to more effectively reflect who you are, your strengths, out effectively to a group of people that you need to reach out to. Okay, so that's what I call being versus portraying. Now, both are important. You could be a person who is very, very capable, but if no one knows that you're capable, if they haven't recognized or you as being someone who is very capable, you're not going to enjoy your work atmosphere. You're not going to get the appreciation. You're not going to get promoted. Your supervisor is not going to be happy. So you don't just want to be someone who is doing things on the background, not really portraying the values that you're creating. You got to do both. You also do not want to be a person who don't really know how to do anything. You rely on your team members to do everything and you take credit, but you're very good at portraying things. Well, you could, depending on the company, get promoted and get recognized simply for portraying rather than actually doing the real work. The real work is done by other people, but you're taking credit. But again, life is too short. I don't think you want to do that. I don't think you're going to find long-term fulfillment just by portraying things. You got to first be the person with certain core values, and then you got to learn how to portray or communicate these things effectively, because after all, organization is no more than collection of people working toward a common goal, right? Whenever you have two people or more, communication is essential. It's like the glue that brings the team together. So stronger the communication, stronger the teamwork is, you're going to be happier. You're going to feel like you're more part of this big movement that's doing things for the better of the world. Any team that's weak in communication or that have negative communication is as if the team's going to fall apart and you're not going to be happy, the organization's not going to be happy, and so forth. So anyway, remember that both being the person with these core values is as important as learning how to portray and mirror and reflect these core values effectively across different groups of people. Some developers or technical people are shy, and I'm shy too, but I'm here creating videos to pass down, some of these things I've learned. But you just gotta try, and more efforts that you make in learning how to portray and do effective communication, you will get better and better. Because again, organization is a collection of people. You're not just working alone. So it's important to learn how to appreciate how others would perceive your communication. It's considerate to study and analyze and think about how you can most effectively communicate and deliver your message, because you're doing a favor by saving the other side a lot of time. So it's not a waste of time to learn how to communicate effectively, even if you're doing a really, really good job at work. Okay, you got to learn how to communicate better. All right, let's have you proceed with the next one. And again, after you watch the video, go in and glance over the text, because I may add additional things that I may have forgotten to add in the video. Okay.